Hi everyone, today is the second video in a little series that I'm recording all about my musical inspirations, and if you'd like more information about what I'm doing, there is a link in the description box to the first video in the series where I spoke all about Doris Day, and you can find out a little bit more about what I'm going to be talking about in these videos. So my second inspiration who I'm going to be talking about today is Stevie Nicks, probably most famously known for being in Fleetwood Mac, but a very famous singer in her own right as well. I'm not quite sure exactly what my first memory of Stevie Nicks is. I'm not sure the first time that I saw her. I certainly know the music was always getting played round about the house, in particular the Tango in the Night album. And I just loved her voice because I could distinguish the songs that she was singing in and then the ones that Christine McVie was singing in. And although I love her voice as well, it was definitely Stevie Nicks. And then I remember seeing a concert video, and it was possibly the Tango in the Night concert that was recorded, because I don't think Lindsay Buckingham was in the one that I originally saw. And yeah, it was just when I saw her performing and it really made me want a tambourine. And I still don't have a tambourine, but it was a tambourine, like she had a top hat and the scarf around the microphone and her waving that around, and I just thought she was really cool. I actually then, probably I'm going to say about 13, 14, and I went through a little bit of a goth and emo phase. I specifically went looking in the January sales, and there is a picture of me in the house because I found a long black kind of floaty gypsy sort of style skirt and a top to match, and I specifically picked out that as a Stevie Nicks outfit. Which was a little bit odd walking around as a 14-year-old wearing that when it definitely wasn't popular. What is it about Stevie Nicks that inspires me? Well, I would have to say it is her freedom on stage. I've been lucky enough to go and see Fleetwood Mac twice in the last few years, and just seeing her on stage and how she performs and how she moves around the stage, it's really interesting to watch, and it does just seem this great freedom. Both times she did Gold Dust Woman, and I cried, like properly sobbed. Which is strange because it's not a favourite song particularly. I like it, but it's not one of my favourites that she sings. But she came on, it was a big sort of gold shawl that she had, and there was a whole section in the middle of that where she didn't sing, and I'm not quite sure how long it went on for, but it was a while, and she just walked up and down and did stuff with the shawl, and yeah, I can't quite describe it. If you've seen her perform it, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, it's definitely her freedom. Her voice as well, I could never recreate that. Don't think many people could. But it's, yeah, I have no words. I just think she's amazing. Three favourite Stevie Nicks songs. Most of my favourites are all songs that she sings in Fleetwood Mac, but one of the solo songs that is my favourite is Edge of 17, and I know it's a really popular one, quite a famous solo song of hers. I just think it's a great song, like from start to finish, and I love singing it in my car. Nobody will ever hear me sing it in public because I think I just squeal it and I don't think it sounds very good, but I love to sing it. And I think the first time that I actually heard that was in the film School of Rock, which is a great film. My other two favourites of her songs, definitely Rhiannon. I love that song, and I love the different versions that she has of it. So there's the famous one in Fleetwood Mac, the original version, but then there's also a slowed down version which I think is absolutely beautiful, with a whole piano introduction and very stripped back, and then it goes into more the well-known version of the song. I think my third favourite would have to be Gypsy, which is a very new favourite of mine. Not new in terms of knowing the song, but it wouldn't have maybe picked it out as one of my favourites until a few years ago, and I think it was by seeing her live and hearing her talk about the song and the story behind it. And I think when I knew the story and what some of the lyrics meant, it kind of gave more meaning to the song, and it's definitely become one of those songs that I go to when I'm looking at tracks on the album. Just, yeah, have a listen to that one. If I could sing one duet with Stevie Nicks, I think it would have to be Seven Wonders, again Fleetwood Mac song. I'm not quite sure why, but it's certainly the one that when I think back on hearing her music for the first time and hearing Fleetwood Mac for the first time, I think it's the one that stands out from the Tango in the Night album that I really liked, and I would really like to sing with her. Thank you very much for watching today's video all about one of my inspirations, Stevie Nicks. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, and if you're also a fan of Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, please let me know in the comments below what your favourite song is that she has recorded, or they've recorded. Even if you don't like Stevie Nicks out of the band but you like Fleetwood Mac, let me know your favourite song of theirs as well. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it, and you'll be kept up to date with all of my most recent videos. Thank you, bye!